Welcome to the Wednesday Wars, currently in my top 10 books to read or reread in the next few months or years. Here it goes. Alright. So, what is the Wednesday Wars? Now, the Wednesday Wars is a story about this 7-year-old 7th grader named Holling Hoodhood. His father is the architect and the owner of the Holling and Hoodhood and Associates, which is the architect company, and he goes ahead and designs buildings for a living. Currently, he's working on something else, which will probably give him fame as well as give him the necessity to go ahead and rule with force. However, the Wednesday Wars is about wars that happen on Wednesday, nor does it have to do much about rats. The rats only appear on like 3 pages afterwards. A giant page opens, and this time, a giant version. Now, the Wednesday Wars itself was mainly built for this kind of thing, and so it could probably take it on. But what it can't take it on is, other things too. There was this track meet during the school times, and the boy here used the track meet time to run as fast as he can, mainly because there were 2 rats chasing him, and no one wants to run slow when there are 2 full-speed rats running towards you, and you cannot look back. Well, that's not exactly true, but it works. What does happen to Holling and Hoo in the end? They stay and they start rebuilding the high school that, the Hollings have been building since, their Middle Ages or something of that sort. But in the end, there's one person I do wish to seek. I know you're there, so you can always come out. That's one of the things that works out in the Wednesday Wars. The Wednesday Wars also is heavy in the references towards Shakespeare works, mainly because the boy itself, one of the plots is reading Shakespeare, and he really gives it some charity, obviously. The Wednesday Wars itself was able to captivate this coming of age story by going ahead and telling each of us how people kind of live over here, or something of that sort. So in the end, the Wednesday Wars, it just gave us a tool to go ahead, diagram sentences, turn into super giant aliens to fight monsters and other things to do his stuff with. The Wednesday Wars was not supposed to be a book about architecture. It was mainly supposed to be the book about the book about the coming of age, as well as hate and love, as it seems. Now, the coming of age is a pretty old history one, and it's also really ancient as well too. There's much more to this technique than there is to other things, but this is also the most secure. Here we have hate and love in 7th grade, according to this guy named Holling. It kind of questions it this time. So in the end, that's pretty much the Wednesday Wars. Oh, and one more thing, they went camping and it was delicious. Wish I was there too, but unfortunately I was not, so I'm stuck with this. So what happens in the Wednesday Wars afterwards anyway? After all that time, we finally get someone going ahead and realizing that maybe people don't just hate other people. Maybe it isn't for the glory that people should do it. Maybe we should all be a bit more like Caliban, who has the right towards the owning of something but is given to someone else again and again until, her daughter goes ahead and gives him senator. So what happens in the end? There's not much that really happens in the end as well too. The Wednesday Wars, it goes ahead and gives us a complete ending. And it also gives us all the necessary information to imagine the ending. Because the pilot steps out of the plane, and what do you think the children did? They have a box of sweets, chocolate, as well as other things too. He eats the chocolate. So, what happens in the end? It's probably classified, but in the end, that is the story of the Wednesday Wars. And now, I really hope you guys will never have to experience anything like the Wednesday Wars ever to you again. And in the end, that's all I can say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode I can use, and I will see you guys soon in the next episode. Shana, peace. Bye-bye.